Khloé Kardashian admits she no longer photoshops all of her pictures. A journey towards self-acceptance. In a revealing and candid moment that has sparked conversation across social media, reality TV star and Good American co-founder Khloé Kardashian is opening up about her long, complicated relationship with photo editing and filters. Once known for her meticulously curated social media posts, Khloé has now publicly admitted that she no longer photoshops or heavily edits all of her pictures, a dramatic shift from her earlier online persona. This revelation came during an intimate episode of her podcast Khloé in Wonderland, where the 41-year-old mom of two shared emotional insights about how filters and Photoshop once dominated her digital life. Khloé, who has long faced both praise and criticism for her appearance, got real about how she became obsessed with altering her images to fit into what she believed were beauty standards that were expected of her, both as a Kardashian and as a woman living in the spotlight. "I looked like a cartoon." Khloé didn't hold back when reflecting on her past editing habits. With refreshing honesty, she confessed, "I used to edit every single picture. Had to. I felt like I needed to look a certain way. And honestly, when I look back at some of those pictures now, I just think, oh my God, I look like a cartoon character." For years, fans speculated whether Khloé's Instagram photos were overly altered. Some compared her selfies and campaign images to real-life candid paparazzi shots, noting stark differences. Now, Khloé admits there was truth to that perception. "It got to the point where I didn't even know what I looked like anymore," she said. Behind the filters. The emotional toll. Khloé opened up about the psychological effects of consistently manipulating her photos. "It wasn't just about vanity," she explained. "It was deeper. It was insecurity, public criticism, media scrutiny, and honestly a lot of self-doubt." She described how seeing unfiltered pictures of herself, especially ones taken without her knowledge, would be triggering. "I'd be like, that's not what I look like. I look like this," pointing at my edited image. "But that wasn't real either. I had to do a lot of unlearning." She described the process as reprogramming her mind after years of digital distortion. For Khloé, it was a journey that required stepping away from perfection and learning to accept her real, unfiltered reflection. Turning point. Khloé attributes her turning point to a combination of personal growth, motherhood, and mental health awareness. Becoming a mother to True and Tatum played a significant role in her reassessment of what beauty and self-worth really mean. "I don't want my daughter growing up thinking she has to look perfect to be accepted," she shared. "That starts with me. I need to show her what confidence looks like, even when I don't feel 100%. Now, Khloé says she doesn't Photoshop every picture, though she doesn't deny that she still wants to look good in them. "Good lighting is everything," she laughed. "I'll take 100 pictures to get one I like, but I'm not blurring my face or making my nose smaller anymore." From over-editing to overcoming. The podcast episode painted a deeply human portrait of a woman often portrayed as flawless. Khloé described how, at one time, using filters became second nature. "I couldn't even look at my own face on video unless there was a filter. I didn't feel like I was enough without it." But she also acknowledged the strange duality of that experience, knowing the images were fake, yet craving their validation. You know it's not real, and yet when people compliment the edited version you still feel good. But it's a hollow kind of good. That messes with your head. Her confession has resonated with fans who've watched Khloé evolve from the early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where she was often labeled the funny one or the different sister, to a glamorous mogul with her own fashion empire. Yet, despite outward transformation, Khloé says she spent years chasing approval, not only from fans but from herself. Social media reacts. As expected, Khloé's honesty has drawn a mix of reactions from the public. Supporters praised her for shedding light on the pressures of social media and unrealistic beauty standards. Many appreciated her vulnerability and called it a step in the right direction toward more authentic online representation. "She's finally saying what a lot of women feel but are too ashamed to admit," one fan commented. "I respect her for talking about it." However, not everyone was convinced. Critics were quick to point out that Khloé's recent posts and brand campaigns still appear heavily retouched. Some accused her of backtracking only after being called out or labeled her comments as performative. Khloé didn't ignore the backlash. "I'm not perfect," she admitted. "I still struggle. I still care what people think sometimes. But I'm trying. I really am. And that has to count for something." The bigger picture. Khloé's confession isn't just about photo filters or Photoshop. It's about reclaiming identity in a world obsessed with digital perfection. Her story is part of a broader conversation on mental health, body image, and the exhausting standards imposed on women in the public eye. She acknowledged the role she and her family played in shaping those standards. "I know I've contributed to the problem," she said. "But now I want to be part of the solution." Khloé's journey toward self-acceptance is ongoing, but this moment marks a significant shift. Not just for her, but for the millions who follow her every post. It serves as a reminder that the pressure to be flawless affects everyone, even those who seem to have it all. Looking ahead, Khloé says she's working on being more present, more real, and more kind to herself. Whether that means skipping the filter or embracing her natural features, it's a conscious choice she's making one post at a time. "There are still days where I want to fix something," she said. "But then I take a breath and remind myself, I'm enough. Just like this." And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of realness the internet needs more of.